Alrighty, guys. Welcome to the second episode of the GIMPCAST. Today with me we have Danny Broman. You've seen him in a bunch of my recent videos. He's responsible for actually getting me in touch with all these new people that I've been playing with. So I decided I would get in contact with him and, have you guys get to know him a little bit better. Where he is in, I think, almost every video of the last 8, 9 I've posted. So, Danny, let's have you introduce yourself. You can plug your channel, whatever you want to do.
Hey, I'm Danny Broman. Welcome to Jackass.
Really, that's what this is gonna be like.
Yeah, it's gotta be redneck. It's a redneck cast now.
The redneck cast. Instead of the GIMPCAST, the redneck cast. Yeah, so Danny is from the eastern side of the United States, North Carolina to be exact. Won't go in any further details on that. One thing I've always kind of wondered is, where did your name come from, Danny Broman? Because Danny's not your real name. I won't say your real name just because, obviously privacy. But, like, where did that come from?
When I was in middle school, about 6th grade, I met another person who has the exact same full name as me, first, middle, and last name. And, we went from 6th to 7th to 8th grade until 8th grade. They got tired of it. Said, look, we're going to have to call you something or someone else, one of you. And at the time, I was listening to a lot of Hollywood Undead. That was like my favorite band. I can name every song, every lyric, and all that. And one of the artists that was in that band was Danny. And I was like, just call me Danny.
Okay, there we go.
So everybody started calling me Danny. It goes on and on. And how Broman came to part, I made my Broman part on my PS3 back when GTA 5 was still a big thing back in those days on the older consoles.
Yeah.
So I named us. I was like, let's put my nickname in there, and let's put the 2 words I mostly say a lot to other people, which was "What's up, bro?" or "What's up, man?" Yeah. So I was like, all right, screw it. We probably put Danny Broman, and that's how it came to be.
Okay, I like it. You've been on YouTube for a while now. I think you kind of might know where I'm going with this, but you've been posting for 4 or 5 years, like since you were back in high school. And when you were in high school, your videos weren't the gaming videos that they are today. They're more of just you and your friends just kind of dicking around. One in particular that I'm probably going to put in here just so they can see it is your Katy Perry song. I know the story, but I want you to go into like a little bit more on details on that, of like how exactly that came to be, essentially.
All right. How that came to be was because I had friends, and we dare each other. I'm not the one to puss out. I'm not the one to get scared of anything. But that particular moment, I did get scared. They were talking about we'll sing some stupid songs. I dared you and all that. I said, shoot, I could do that, no problems. Then everybody betted me up to like $50.
Ooh, that's worth it.
To go sing Katy Perry Firework on stage in front of the whole school and everything, and dance for extra $5 like a tip.
Ooh.
So I went up there. I got in the auditorium. I was like, this ain't gonna be bad. And then I looked around and I saw the auditorium getting filled and more filled and bigger with people. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do this. No. And as soon as they called my name, they said, Danny, show up on the auditorium to sing. I was like, I'm not gonna do this. Then everybody in the auditorium went, Danny. I said, I'm not gonna do it. And then everybody's still going, Danny. And I looked at myself. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to do it. So I got up there and started singing. The teacher, she looked at me. She said, so what are you singing? She put the microphone up in my mouth, and I was like, Katy Perry Firework. Oh, she said, are you kidding? I said, no. Everybody looking at me, and I started singing. I was nervous at first, and I heard everybody singing with me. I was like, oh, I got this. So I started dancing and all. I was like, I felt so awkward after that whole day. I came home, and I got the video sent to me, and I showed my mom. My mom called me an idiot, and she laughed her butt off.
Good old
story
Mama Danny. Yeah, Mama Danny went and actually subbed to all of our channels, which was cool. And like when you bring up talent shows, I wanted to bring this up as well. Something that happened to me in high school that I don't think most of my viewers know. Like obviously, besides like my close friends and stuff. So it was my sophomore year, and my buddy was a senior, and he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to be in the talent show?" And I'm like, "Sure, whatever." Like I was like that kid in high school that like wasn't with the popular kids, but like wasn't with the nerds. Just kind of like right there in the middle. And I'm like, okay, like let's do it. And he explains to me that we're gonna do this dance routine, and this dance routine is supposed to flop. Like it is supposed to look like it was just we practiced for 5 minutes beforehand, but it was all rehearsed. So like we practiced for 2 months every day after school. We would go to just our local gym. They had like a cycling room upstairs, but they'd like empty it out during the day, so it could be like for yoga or whatever, but we'd go up there and we'd practice this song, and do it. And it got to the point in the, where it was time for the talent show. And the day before, we're like, we need costumes. So we all went to Walmart, bought oversized shirts. So I'm already bigger as is. So I bought this massive thing. Like it drowned me. Like I'm talking like 6X shirt, like huge. Okay. And we cut them up to where our bellies were showing. Like, so our bellies, like I'll stand up. So like right here down, we stripped them and like tasseled them. Okay. So this is where it's already starting to go to shit. And I'm like freaking out because my anxiety was like just through the roof. Okay. And we get on stage and the music starts. Well, I guess we're technically off stage because we walk on, but we start going and I have to do a cartwheel is one of my like parts, but I'm supposed to flop it. And I'm coming up to do my cartwheel and I'm just like, I don't want to, like flop in front of the entire school. So I fling myself to do this cartwheel. Okay. Like I was like, I'm going to land a cartwheel because that's going to be more amazing than me flopping. Okay. And I do it and my shirt comes off. Like, and during the time I'm already like probably 180, 200 right around there. So, like I'm still bigger. Off? Yeah. My shirt comes off over my head. So like, it's just like over my head still. As I'm going through the cartwheel, so the whole school saw everything, and I hurry and throw it back over. And then right after that, I had a solo spot where I was lip syncing to the song. It was "The Walk" by Fitz and the Tantrum, but I was up there doing my solo, and I just remember everyone yelling, like screaming. And then after that, I don't remember anything else because I was so embarrassed. Like we still had, I think, 7th hour after that. I went home. I didn't go anywhere. I just left. I was so embarrassed, and I had never heard about it. Never stopped hearing about it all through high school, but
school stories are always the best, dude.
Yeah, no,
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, high school's when you get the most embarrassed. Like, that's when you get your best stories.
Oh yeah, I remember using pickup lines in marching band on random moms and all.
Oh, you're gonna you got to tell them the diarrhea pickup line story. that one's the best.
So I was in marching band and. I was in pit my freshman and sophomore year. I was in pit my junior, senior. I was in drumline. And what pit is basically people who don't march. You ride a trailer or you just stand still playing the keyboard or guitar or something. Well, I was playing basically a little bit of anything, like from triangle to cymbal to sleigh bells to
sleigh bells. Are those like the bells like on the stick?
Yeah, it goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And play like suspended cymbal and hi-hat. I was like, well, we went to Concord to go march. And Concord's like a big area for us to march in because we're a small town area where I live.
Wasn't your school a 1A? Like a 1A school, like size-wise?
Our school was a 1A, but our marching band was a 3A.
Because everyone in the school was in marching band, basically.
Basically, yeah. Okay. We also had 7th and 8th graders that joined us from middle school. So so we added up to about, I want to say at least from 90 members. But anyway, about the story, we went to Concord and I was talking to my friends. He said, man, it'd be great. We just use some bad pickup lines. They were telling me theirs and theirs. I said, I could tell this woman right here is the one who's walking her dog walking straight to us. I use one. She walked straight to her. I looked at her. Hey, is your name Diarrhea? And before I say it, I was supposed to say, "Is your name diarrhea? Because you're the shit." Instead, what came out of my mouth was, "Hey, is your name diarrhea? Because you give me the shits." This woman picked up her German Shepherd and ran from me. She went gone. She was nowhere to be found. I felt so embarrassed.
Yeah, well, that's not. I mean, you're used to women running away from you, aren't you? You know, in the
all
opposite
the
direction.
time. That's why I stay home.
Oh.
They love me in games, but hate me in real life.
Oh yeah. No, we love Danny all around. But kind of like we were talking, like your school is like a 1A, like, but your band was considered a 3A. So when I went to school, we were a 4A, but like I feel we shouldn't have been. Like we were small. Like how, like, I wanted to compare the differences because, you know, you're from North Carolina, I'm from Idaho. We're obviously on two different ends of the United States. Like, and we were actually, I was gonna have Danny send me some drinks from North Carolina, but they wanted like $60 for shipping for like a 2-liter bottle of this cheer wine. And I wasn't gonna pay for it because $60 for the soda, like just for shipping, was just ridiculous. But
it was because of the weight.
yeah, it was still like, it was like, I even looked
It's still a lot.
online. I looked online to try and find like just like a bottle of it or a can, and they're still wanting $15-$16 just for a bottle of it. Like not like a 2-liter bottle like you had, just like a little glass bottle to send it. And I'm like, are you serious? But you said there's 3 drinks. I think we've talked about this a lot, but there's 3 drinks that you have. It's cheer wine, sun drop, and then cherry lime sun drop, or cherry lemon
cherry
sun
lemon
drop. Cherry lemon sun
lemon.
drop. And I don't know, because I've never seen them before in Idaho, northern Utah, where, you know, I've lived my entire life. I've never seen them. Is there, someone was asking if the cheer wine was like Dr. Pepper kind of, if like, what would you have to compare them to? Like if like a general, like a Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, you know, something like that you could compare them to, what are they closest to?
Cherry wine is mostly closer to like a cherry Pepsi, but more cherry
Okay.
than Pepsi, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And to a sun drop, there's really nothing you compare sun drops to. They're like their own taste, their own texture.
Is it just like a really sweet Sprite? Like, is it kind of like Sprite, but it's got more like
it's like a Mountain
Dew
Dew and Sprite mixed together. It's pretty good. And then cherry lemon sun drop it's basically the same thing like that sun drop, but it's just cherry.
Okay.
And basically with cherry lemon sun drop, you can actually make it on your own.
Yeah. You just add cherry and like cherry soda and like lemon or something to it, or
yeah.
I'll have to try it. Maybe I'll do it in a future episode when I have a little bit more money, just because like holidays are coming up, so I've got gifts and shit whatnot. But like I do want to try it eventually, and I do want to make an episode on it when I do try. I think that'd be really interesting. And then while we're on differences, you have drinks. Have you ever heard of fry sauce?
No.
You've never heard of fry sauce? Okay, so I'm gonna have to send you some of this because this is a staple in like the Western Central, like Idaho, Utah, basically. It's I won't say, I don't want to get political on here, but it's a Midwestern thingy. Essentially what it is it's ketchup and mayo is like the main base of it. Like you mix it up. But where I worked at Big J's, where, you know, Napoleon Dynamite was filmed. I'll probably, if they ever watch this, they'll probably get mad at me for leaking their recipe for it. But essentially what it was is we made it in 5-gallon buckets, and it was like, I believe it was 8 pounds of mayo, 4 pounds of ketchup, and like this is like for a gallon bucket or a 5-gallon bucket that's used for like 2-3 weeks, but just the proportions. And then it was seasoned salt, and then pickle juice, and then there's a special barbecue sauce called Carolina Gold, made by Hanes. You've probably seen it. It's Carolina Gold. It's like yellow, right? Yeah, so it's like that, and then you mix it all together, and then, you know, you blend it up, and that makes fry sauce, and you dip your French fries, your tater tots, you know, in it. And like the times I have been out of my area, like I've asked like restaurants, like, do you have fry sauce? And they give me the weirdest looks. And like it never clicked to me that it's so different. Like we're all in our own like little bubble, like our area where we're at, because like you've never heard of fry sauce, or like I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's like really like Midwestern that you guys wouldn't know about. Like, is there anything else besides the drinks that you can think of that would be like it's just so different?
Bojangles.
Oh, Bojangles. Yes, you've mentioned that. Isn't that like a chicken restaurant you've
It's
or
it's it's a fast food restaurant. The morning breakfast is awesome. It's amazing, and their afternoon dinners are just chicken. They're like known for their morning breakfast and their chicken in the afternoons.
yeah.
Like it's really good. Like they put like some kind of spice on their chickens, and it's like it's great.
Okay.
There's like basically one in every county here.
Yeah, so it would be well, I'm trying to think. Like, what do we have here? Do you have In-N-Out Burger on the East Coast? Do you have
I've heard of
In-N-Out?
it.
Okay.
I never ate at one, but I've heard
Oh,
of it.
you need to go, dude. They're so good. I love them. They're putting
We
one in
all
the town closest to me now, and I'm super pumped.
we got East Coast wings. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's.
I don't
I
know if
don't know if y'all got that.
I don't know. I'm not very like a big wing person. I do like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hmm.
I do like them, but that's pretty basic white bitch of me. Trying to think because I know Arctic Circle. You wouldn't know what Arctic Circle is. It's mainly just Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Utah. It's just a fast food restaurant, nothing special. I'm trying to think if there's
I,
anything else.
I know when I was younger, I was a kid. Even Magic's had them before. He told me they're called bug juice.
Oh, bug juice, yes. Hey, have
I
you ever
love
heard?
bug juice.
Okay, so the bug juice, we did share that. I mean, those were nationwide drinks, but like
Hmm.
overall, like it still just amazes me like how different places can be. Because I pictured
Hmm.
North Carolina like to be like at least where you were at, like populated. Like you're kind of out in the boonies, and so am I. But like it amazed me, like just the diversity of everywhere, and like everyone in the server, the TBD server, like where we're all from different parts of the
Hmm.
America. It's crazy to me that like everything is so different. Like,
It still amazes me that Cruz only lives like 40 minutes from me,
yeah, well, you've got
and he
Cruz,
lives in he lives in a more broken part, like more
really,
yeah, separated part,
yeah,
like
because
down in Anson.
so
Yeah.
where did we getting on the subject of the server? Because Finn made the server. I was looking; it was like almost a year ago that he made the server,
Hmm.
and then a couple people joined. You were one of them, and then from there, you've kind of been the person that's kind of pulled a lot of the people in. I feel because did you find Cruz or did Cruz?
I found I found Cruz.
Okay, so you found Cruz because then were you the one that found Smolder as well?
Hmm.
Yeah, and
So
the, oh, what were you saying?
you go ahead. How it went was I used to make videos like earlier this year, and I just started making them with just my friends that live in the same county with me, and I hang out with, party with, and all that. And then I was only making videos just to make us laugh, to make it funny. And then I started getting, I was like, I should probably meet some other YouTubers, see if how funny they are, some small YouTubers. I started looking. I commented. Cheeseburger was the first one I commented on, but Dramedy was the first one to respond.
Yeah.
And Dramedy entered, hit me up after I hit him up. That's where I met Finn, Wookie, BPL, Jabari. It was just us, but it was just them first, and I joined into the group, and then um, it was just a small YouTuber group. Like for the longest time, it was just me and Dramedy playing together because Finn had his own stuff going, so he had to be gone for a certain time. Wookie did his own stuff. He went time, and BPL did his own stuff. All that. And then all of a sudden, everybody started coming back. We started doing things together, but everybody wanted to do different games, and we really just wanted more people to play with. So just when Cheeseburger joined the group after he hit me up. Um, Me and him played a lot together with Dramedy and all them. And then I started saying we should look for more people like that play with and hang out with us, like more people like us, small channels to hang out with, know the struggle and all that. Because if they're people when people look up YouTube, they're looking up bigger YouTubers.
Oh
They're not going
yeah.
to look up,
They're not
it's not
looking
going to be on.
for they're not looking for
Yeah.
channels under like 50K. Like realistically, like because I'm at 1.3 right now. Like I might be like 1.29 right there, but like I'm
Mhm.
at 1.3, and like I'm still seeing the same amount of views as I was getting when I was at 4 or 500. Like most of my subscribers have come from I was looking at the analytics on it. It was on a video I actually did on the camera I'm using now, like the DSLR, like how to basically use it without a cam link. But that's not where I was going with this. But like being a small creator, like you have to have friends. Like, and
Mhm.
something I've found, and I hope my friends that in real life that hear this don't take this like personally, but like when I play with them, it's more for my own enjoyment. It's not for content because they're just trying to win. You know, and that's at least my friends. And like there's nothing wrong with that. Like that's what video games are. They're competitive. You know, and then there's the content side of it that like we do, that you're trying to find the stupidest shit to do. Like when we were playing the Cold War beta, we'd keep driving each other off the damn cliffs with the
I didn't
snowmobiles.
even know that was the end of the cliff my first time. I thought that was just another bottom part. I drove Magic got on and Magic jumped off. And I was like, hey, why did he jump off? And I fall down to the bottom. I was live streaming too, and you can see my face in the camera. I went,
But yeah, like just having like people that go into a game with you that are content based, I feel makes it so much easier. Like beforehand,
mm,
like I'd have 3-4 hours of footage. Like I had one super long recording session. We stayed up all night. It was me and a couple of my buddies. We were trying to get into a bunker, and for 12 hours we tried to get into a bunker, but we just couldn't find a key card. It was before like all the codes were leaked on it. It was like right
mm,
when they released, and I was only able to scrap a video out of it, out of 12 hours of footage. But like when I play with you guys, you know, and like with a bunch of people that are all content oriented, I can record for 2 hours, maybe three, and have two videos. Like it's so crazy because it makes your life easier. Like you're not having to search for, okay, well, someone said this at 4 hours, 37 minutes, and 42 seconds. You know, like you're able to basically just watch from start to finish, cutting it, trimming it, and everything,
mm-hmm.
and it makes it easier, I feel like. And you know, I'm super happy that you know you found me. Like your comment, because I replied to your comment, because I was trying to be like kind of low key with it because I was interested, because I was like, okay, well maybe he's got a channel, and I'm like, okay, well I play with my viewers on Wednesdays, which I don't really do a lot of anymore, just because I have a lot more viewers, and I like just didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to like I don't want to try and balance it all. Like I'll still do it every now and again, but I was like, okay, well, I don't know if I want to. So I found you on Instagram and messaged you. And I'm like, hey, like, I'm sorry I didn't like respond to this the proper way. I just didn't want everyone else to think I just play with everyone on a regular basis. And then
Mm-hmm.
like 2 weeks go by and you don't respond, and it was like, okay, whatever. You know, it's worth a shot. And then you reach out to me, he's like, hey, we're playing Among Us, come play. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, so I jump on. And I remember that first game that I played, I was so damn awkward. Like, because all of you guys had already known everyone. And then there's me just like, blue sus. Like, just
So
being,
that 2 weeks, that 2 weeks thing, it wasn't another person. I broke my phone when I
oh,
went
yeah.
fishing at the beach. You know,
Oh, no, I
it was
figured
a
it wasn't.
hurricane came on by, and I was still out there fishing on the pier,
Of course
just
you were.
came on reeling, and it got soaked. I got it fixed now, like it's working and all.
uh, but,
Yeah.
but yeah, so, kind of, I guess, your plans. Because right now you're going to college.
hmm
Um, and then are you working as well right now?
I'm
Okay.
about done with college a
Okay.
little bit,
Yeah,
but I might go
so
back in.
what is your plan like as far as YouTube goes? Like, because obviously it's a grind. Like, it's I've been doing this for a year now. Like, I will officially, like, I think today is officially my 1 year that we're recording this. Um, but like I've been grinding for a year. I'm at 1,300 subs, but I'm only at like 400 watch hours out of 4,000. Like,
hmm
if you don't mind, like, how close are you on your analytics to being monetized?
Let me check. I got
Okay.
my phone right here. I got the app, the analytics app. I am 5.4 thousand watch minutes,
Okay, so that's
and
5.4. That's
and I, I
5,400.
and I got 1.1 thousand views just this
Okay.
month.
Nice, nice. And so that 5.4 is just this month?
hmm
Or okay. So that's not terrible. Like you're actually I think your analytics are technically better than mine in terms of watch time. Um and then I'm trying to see real quick. I'm pulling up your channel because you posted a video a while ago that you were saying did really well. Your shotgun montage that you were bragging so much about. It was good. I watched it. I enjoyed it. It's like, what is that up to now? That's up to.
It's like 110.
That's not bad. That's not bad. For
I th-
yeah, 112 for being a week on there. That's not bad. And like your Riley Reid zombie one you posted 2 days ago is already at 61. So like,
Is that what?
It's at 61 views right now.
I was thinking it was at 30.
Yeah.
I haven't even been paying much attention.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it's a 61. But like, it's crazy because my channel really took off once I joined the server. I joined the server and I had, I think 400, 500 subs. I didn't have that much, but then I joined you guys. We started all live streaming together. We started, playing more. And like, it's crazy to me, like how much that just blew up my channel. Cause like, I'm not the person to like, I don't want to be like, oh, hey, I've got, 1.3K subs. Like, yeah, I've got 1.3K subs, but I'm going to keep pushing. And like, I feel like in the server, like I feel this way that I feel there's like, I don't want this to come across bad to anyone that's in the server that, is listening or watching this. Like, I don't, like Madara said last night that I'm a cornerstone of the Discord, and I don't feel that way. Like, I don't like to toot my own horn, but like I don't feel responsible for it either. Like, I would just join the server and you guys helped me blow up. So like, I feel that you guys are all the cornerstone. Like, we're all cornerstones to everybody else. Like not like in terms of it.
But I think there's only one other person in the group that has more subs than you, though.
Yeah, and
that would be Cheeseburger.
I was gonna say Cheeseburger's got a lot, and like I think Cheeseburger, because he hasn't posted very often lately, has he?
Oh, he has kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got kids and everything.
I've always told him family first.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, family first. That's
yeah, and like with Ken, like
so we're not rushing. Yeah, we're not rushing for you to play. Family first. That's always what I say to everybody. If you're busy and you got family things, go ahead and do it. If you got personal things, go right ahead and do it. This ain't a job. This ain't you're gonna get fired. This is just this is just fun friends playing together, making videos.
Yeah, we like. I don't think anyone's monetized yet, are they? In the server, is Cheeseburger monetized?
I don't know if he is or not.
I was gonna say I'm not subscribed to him because I've only talked to him once, and I think it was last night. But I was gonna say because like we're all like still fairly small, and like that's what I'm kind of like hoping this group turns into. Like, is the next Misfits or the next Team 6? Yeah, Team 6. And that was another thing I was actually gonna mention earlier. Who inspires you to start YouTube? I'm assuming where you already said Team 6, you already know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you already know the answer, but I still want you to kind of describe like what made you want to start everything.
I was about 13, 14. I didn't even know what funny moment videos were, gaming videos were. I was just trying to look up how to do like an Easter egg, not an Easter egg, like a glitch in zombies or whatever. And I came across Vanos Gaming. I came across one of his videos. It was the best of Black Ops 2 videos. And I was watching it. I was like, this is pretty good. This is funny. I like this. And then I started watching it. I was like, it's pretty funny. Then it led on to GTA. And I started watching his stuff a little bit more. Then what really got me into is watching Delirious.
Yeah.
I was gotten to watch Delirious all the time. It made me laugh. Like, even my sister got into it. Me and my sister don't really watch many stuff together because we don't have that much in common. But she will watch Vanos Group and all that all the time. And I used to watch. I was watching Vanos back when, let's say, Racing Cats. I can't remember.
Like
cartoon, Executioner.
Executioner cartoons. Like when they were all there, because like they still play with them from time to time now. Like, I don't know if you watched their recent like Among Us videos, but like
I do.
Back in the day, like that was like who all played together, and like that's exactly the same route I did. I found Vanos. I can't even remember what the first video I found. It was probably Black Ops 2, because that's when I started to get into the funny moments and the ninja diffuses and stuff like that. but I'm where you went off to H2O Delirious. I went off to like Wildcat, and I watch a lot of Wildcat now. But I would say I pick a lot of Delirious off of you, like your play style and like how you play and everything. Like it's definitely influenced by that. Would you say you're influenced by it? You don't want to admit it, but
I don't know. Everybody actually says my laugh is like delirious.
Yes.
You know, just the way how hyped up it is.
It is.
You know,
it gets everyone going.
I can get it going and all. It just kills me how I hear that.
Well, what was it? It was the other night. Oh, it was when we were playing Jackpot games with Cheese. And
that had me crying.
You were wheezing, like to the point of like throwing up, like wheezing, coughing, like it was.
I couldn't breathe. It was so funny,
dude.
Do we know
if anyone is recording that? Cause I wanna insert that clip there if
oh God,
maybe Finn.
I hope no one was. Oh, Finn would definitely be recording.
I know. Well, yeah. Finn would probably have it. I could probably go back to Cheese's stream and maybe just get like an audio clip of it. If he was still streaming, I'm not sure though, but definitely. Oh, dude, I love it. Like, I love the server to death. Like, just being able to join everybody in terms of, you know, people playing together, and like we have people in the server that aren't content creators. Like, I don't think Madara streams or has a channel. You know, Tiny doesn't post a lot of funny moments. She's more into, you know, like the scary game stuff like that. But like, there's people there that aren't content oriented, but still like respect what we do, and they're playing to have fun like that. And you know, that's why I love the server that, you know, we're in right now. Like I honestly, I think the server is gonna go places. I think we're all gonna carry each other. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be, it's gonna be like a team 6. Like, we're all just gonna blow up and then, you know, do shit. Because I want to come to North Carolina. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I get money, like when I get monetized and I can afford it, I want to fly out to North Carolina and I want to experience all this, you know, Bojangles and stuff like that. Because I've only been on the East Coast in my life once. And it was the Florida, like the peninsula of Florida, to pick up a car. And we drove, looked at the beach for like 10 minutes and then drove home. Like, that was it. So like, I want to be able to experience it more, because we flew into Raleigh in North Carolina and then flew into Florida. So I was in North Carolina for a minute, but like, it was literally just the airport. So
Raleigh's like 2 hours from me.
Yeah, because
probably an hour and a half, maybe how I drive.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, how many speeding tickets have you ever gotten in your life?
I've gotten 2 tickets in my life, but one of them was a seatbelt ticket.
Only 2?
They weren't even my fault.
2 tickets. You said one was for a seatbelt that wasn't your fault, and then what was the second one? That's right, when you cut out.
I was heading to school. I lived like 2 minutes down from my school at the time, and I was doing 73 and a 45. And he pulled me over, followed me all the way to school, and pulled me over right in my school parking lot.
So everyone saw you.
In front of everyone. Yeah. Right. Now, how I got my seatbelt ticket my first time, my buddy, he drove I can't remember what year model. It was an S10, Chevy S10. And it's one of those where the hydraulics goes up and down and all.
Of course it was.
Yeah. He took me to his house. I helped him took it off the car jacks, you know, because it's fixed. And he had to go to work rush, so he was rushing me to take me home. And he forgot to put the passenger seat into the truck. So I didn't have a seatbelt or nothing.
You didn't have
it wasn't
seat.
As soon as we pulled into my house, we got pulled over. And he was scared to death because he was already not supposed to get pulled over and all that, and he didn't want to get a ticket. And I was like, "Look, calm down, it'll be fine." I looked at me, I was like, "I don't have a seatbelt." So I tried to bring that seatbelt at least push around, but I had no buckle because there was no seat buckle to it. And I was like, "Oh no!" So I put it right there, and as soon as I got it hung, and the state trooper looked at me, he said, "Kind of too late for that." I looked at him. I said, "It's never too late as long as you believe in yourself."
Dude, state troopers are rough. Like, I don't care what state you're in. State troopers are rough.
They're pretty nice. here. Like,
Are
I mean,
they?
he didn't get mad at my joke. They're strict, but I mean, they're like any other person. But they're
Dude.
strict, but they're funny. They're funny. My uncle, he's a trooper, and
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, because my
yeah.
mom is I don't know, she's like in her last like 2 weeks. So she's been a dispatcher for the
Mm-hmm.
county I live in for the past probably 5 years, 6 years almost. So like I've always, like I've known every cop because it's a small town. Like I've known every single cop, every sheriff, but because I've gotten 5 tickets in my life for speeding, and then an extra ticket for not wearing a seatbelt, in the Geo. But essentially, the first ticket I ever got, you said you were going 70 something in a 45.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is like very bad, and like I don't condone speeding anymore. Like I don't speed anymore. That's why I got the Geo. That's why I got a Nissan Rogue, because I had little trucks in high school. Like I had an S10, I had a Mitsubishi Mighty Max, and then I had the first like nice car I bought was a 2007 Scion TC, and they were fast. Like it was just stock. I don't think it had
Mm-hmm.
anything done to it, but they were quick little cars. Just as they
Mm-hmm.
were. And we were at lunch one day. We had left to go to lunch, and we were on our way back, and I had 2 girls in my car. One is a friend of mine who actually has YouTube, Art by Alexis. I don't know if she's been in a couple of my streams, like just in chat and stuff. But it was her and her friend. I won't say her friend's name just because I don't know if she's comfortable with that. But anyways, we were coming home from lunch, and they're like, "Hey Cody, let's see how fast your car is." So naturally, I'm just like, "Oh yeah, I got a sports car. I got 2 girls in the car. I'm gonna go rip down some country road." So I take off down like the second main street in town. So there's Main Street, and it's called Oneida, but it's kind of like Center Street, and it goes just straight out of town and out to lakes and stuff. So I get on it and start ripping it, and this is a 25-mile-an-hour zone. I get 3 blocks, and I have one of those little cop radar scanners. They'll beep, when it's picking up on their radar, and mine just
Mm-hmm.
starts going crazy. Like I'm not looking at my speedometer or anything; it just starts going crazy, and I instantly know, like my heart drops, and I'm just like, oh no, like this is gonna stink. So I pull over, and the cop walks up because he knows it's me, because my mom told all the cops in town, watch out for him. He just got this sports car. So he walks up to the car, and the first thing he says is, "What was that?" And I'm just like, "I'm sorry." Like I'm almost in tears because like I knew I fucked up. Like he said he clocked me going 90 in a 25. like like ripping, okay? And I tried playing the, sorry, I just got this car, I was just, kind of showing off. And so a lot of the cops, this worked then as well, and it still works. It still worked up like 2 months ago. I got pulled over like 2 months ago. But I'm like, oh hey, my mom is X, that works at the dispatch. Is she on today? And they're like, oh, that's who you are. I actually got that ticket knocked down from basically a reckless driving felony charge to a 45 and a 20. So only $120 ticket. So
That's cheap.
yeah.
That is
So
cheap. Mine was like 400.
really, dude, I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
my speeding
like,
ticket.
yeah, mine have only been 90 and 120. Maybe
We got it.
150.
We got it knocked down because I mean, we could take our if we get a ticket, and if it's like older vehicles, mostly people around here mostly drive 90s or 2000s cars. I
Yeah.
mean, you'll see like a new model every time and then like going by, but it's mostly older vehicles you see around here. And if you get pulled over, you can just take that thing to a mechanic and say, "Hey, can I have a faulty equipment charge?"
Oh,
And
yes.
instead of paying a lawyer, that's how we get through. My teacher is the one who taught me how to do that. My social studies, he says, "Take this to a mechanic. I know this mechanic. If you take it to him and say, 'Hey, I got a ticket. I'm friends with him. Can you help me out?' And he'd be like, 'Yeah, take that, to him, and it'd be considered something wrong with your faulty equipment.'" Yeah, so we get a lot of faulty equipment charges.
Yeah, that's That's definitely rough. But yeah, so I took the girls back to school. I dropped them off, and I'm like, I'm gonna go pay this ticket because this was my first ticket. I was scared shitless that my mom was gonna find out. I'm like, when a cop tells her, "Yeah, I caught your son going 90 and a 25," like my car is gonna be gone. So I'm like, okay, well maybe if I go pay the ticket now, it'll just be out of the system. You know, she won't think to look at it. And I go pay it. I get there and they're like, yeah, this isn't even in the system yet. When did you get pulled over? And I'm like, 10 minutes ago. So they had to put it in the system. They put it in the system, and then I went back to school, and like I took my tardy, whatever it was, but I went specifically into the classroom because the girls had the same teacher, and it was a teacher that I had in 7th grade, and then she moved to the high school when we did. So we were sophomore juniors at the time, so she was there, and they were in her class, and I walked in, and I'm like, don't mark them tardy, this was my fault. And I explained what was going on, and she just starts laughing. She's like, I wasn't gonna mark them, but like that's so much better. Like I'm not gonna mark them anyways, but like she was just laughing at me and stuff like that. But I used the my mom's dispatch card like 2 months ago. It was one of those 4 a.m. food runs you go on after you've been gaming all night with your buddies. And we took an hour down to where Smalder lives, and we got some really sketchy Mexican food, as we do at 4 in the morning. And we're on our way back, and the cop pulls us over. And as I'm pulling off to the side of the road, my phone lights up, and my mom's calling me, and she had been on dispatch. That was the first time in 4 years I'd been pulled over with her on dispatch. So I finally had a chance to use this to my advantage. And I pull up, and the cop's like, can you hang that up? And then I put it on speaker, and my mom's like, hey, what's up? And I got out of the ticket that way. I was going only like 10 over. It wasn't bad, and it was right where a speed zone switched. That one wasn't terrible. But definitely a 90 and a 25's been my worst one. And then I'm trying to think. I've got 80 and a 65, 90 and a 80,
Good
30,
God.
35 and a 25.
I'm proud.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to think what else. 'Cause I've gotten, and then one was 80 and a 60. So usually about 10 to 20 over is what I'm getting hit on. But generally they had good reasons. I mean, showing off for girls in high school is not what I recommend doing. But that one I don't condone. But the other ones I had very fair reasoning for. The 80 and a 65, literally everyone in the county drives that road 80, and it was a state, like I was saying. And I explained my situation. Essentially what happened was me and Ken, we used to, in the summer, she does a berries and cream booth at our fair. And we had forgot our cash box at home, and it was an hour away. And when we got there, our freezer had been unplugged by the people next to us. And there's $600-700 worth of berries and chocolate dipped bananas in there that we had just put all of our money into, and they're melted, just mush. So I'm hauling ass home to go get our spare supplies and our cash box, and he pulls me over, and I'm like, dude, I'm literally almost at $1,000 right now. I know that might not seem like a lot, but I'm an 18-year-old kid. I just put basically all of our money into this. It doubles itself, but it won't double itself if it's cream and mush, so gave me a ticket. But it was just state troopers in Idaho, are dinks. I'd get into more details. I'll tell you one about a little later, just because it goes into details of someone that I don't want to mention, but on the podcast. They would never see it, but I don't want to take the risk. So, but yeah. So we've gone over. Oh, what were you saying? Sorry.
I was going to tell you about that being pulled over at the school one.
Yes.
When I got pulled over and I got my ticket and all, I was already 15 minutes late in the class. Well, before, as soon as I backed into my parking spot, he turns on his lights, and I was like, crap, my mom's going to kill me. I was like, oh, my sister's in the car. I look to my right. She's walking up. She forgets me. She's just walking. She's walking with sass and everything. She's like, he's getting a ticket. But, while we're just right there, he says, I guess you already know why I pulled you over. I looked down and I said, I have no idea. Gives me the ticket and all, it just takes place over 15 minutes. So I was late to class, and the teacher for my first block, she was a pain. She was a pain in the butt. I'm just going to say. She comes in there. I walk in there. She said, do you have a late notice card or tardy card or whatever? I looked at her. I said,
You just pull
I got a
up,
speeding ticket.
I was gonna say you pull up the paper. I was gonna see if I had like a piece of paper to like.
Yeah, I walked up to her. I said, "Yeah, that's exactly what it is." She said, "You need to go get a real tardy note."
Oh my
I said,
god.
"Do you want me to get another speeding ticket?"
Dude, I don't get why teachers are so rude. Like in high school, like we're honestly like in high school, kids are gonna be dumb. Like I don't care where you're from. You know, like kids are stupid in high school. I was so stupid in high school. Like I'm surprised.
They're not all bad.
You're right. There's not a lot that are bad, but I feel like the majority of people were just complete idiots in high school. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just an Idaho thing. Maybe it's just a southeastern Idaho thing. But we were all stupid. Is could be not not like academically, but just like choices, curricular activities. We'll put it that way. But yeah. So we've gone over differences: Idaho, North Carolina, where you started. We're peaking about the 55-minute mark where, we're at. Right before we end, I always like to let my guests hit the plug, as they say, like where they can find you, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Like, obviously, I'll link it all in the description below.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, so in terms of it, like just where they can find you, what your name, what your tag is on there, what your username is, and then I can just link it all in the description. And then, we can go from there. So I'll let you take it away.
All right. I got YouTube. That's the big one. All right. Subscribe to that. That's the main plug. You go in there, you hit that subscribe, you see whatever video you see in there, you hit that like, you go and comment what was your favorite part. But just go look at every video. But then again, we got Twitter. That's where I mostly just post funny clips. Just to advertise myself, just to throw myself and other people watch. Then I got TikTok. If you want to watch TikTok, I post some of my life stuff and my gaming stuff on there too. It's pretty funny on there. I'm a very funny person. I like to think so myself. I'll make you laugh. And then I got Instagram. Instagram is mostly just about me, posting stuff about me. If you want to follow me on that, just go right ahead, see what I've been up to. But yeah, big one's probably just YouTube. Just look up that YouTube.
Just YouTube. Just Danny Broman. Just look it up, find him. You'll see me there as well. But yeah, just look. Yeah, I'll put it up on screen right now what his channel looks like. Like, so you make sure you're on the right one. I don't think there is any other Danny Bromans, is there?
I'm one of a kind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when you look up Danny Broman and go to channels, there's Danny Duncan and like the Dangy Bros, but that is not very common where you have like just your name's the only one. Like even with Gimpy, over the past couple of months, I've seen a couple more pop up that have been named Gimpy. But
there's another Finn Gaming.
Is there? Yeah, I figured there'd be another Finn Gaming just because Finn and Adventure Time. But I mean, that's pretty much all I've got. I mean, we'll definitely, have more. I just, want to keep these around about an hour each. I mean, me and you could honestly probably go on for hours, about just stupid.
We've done it before.
Yeah, we've done it before, late nights in Discord, so I don't, don't see why not. But, again, huge shout out to Danny, aka Danny Broman, aka the Redneck, whatever you want to call him. Thank you so much for coming on, being the second, the second guest on the GIMPCAST. I definitely want to do more with you in the future. I'm going to get through the people on the server, and then we're going to kind of go from there. But yeah, again, thank you so much. And anyone else watching, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, we'll catch you guys in the next one.